old heart impacts past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask, grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Izuku Midoriya. Now, in the last part, Izuku Midoriya, he went ballistic. Him fighting against the Abomination in Maestro, or as they are in this timeline, Abomination his uncle and Maestro his grandfather. Now, before I do continue, his grandfather the Maestro does not have the ability to increase his strength by anger. His strength does eventually peak out whenever he's angry, yes, but that is just like any normal person. Now, he does not have the capacity for unlimited strength like the regular Hulk. I'm pointing that out now, because someone might eventually mention it later down the lines, if these two are pitted against one another. Now, with that being said, Izuku woke up to the knowledge that this is his family. Now, Midoriya, he actually does sit up, kind of confused. Huh? What? You're my uncle? Yeah, I am, kid. Over there is Grandpa. And right there is your cousin next to you. Midoriya turning his head, and looking at the dark-haired girl, who does just bring a hand up and say, hi. Hi. I don't understand any of this. Why weren't you there? Why weren't you there for me whenever she died? The man just looking down, as we actually do have Maestro, as I'll be calling him right now before I do give him his name, who does just ball his hands into a fist, telling the young boy that they didn't know she died. In fact, the moment they found out, Midoriya was already adopted. And, well, him over there, he just kind of lost it. Yeah, I did, Dad. I did. I felt angry. I didn't know what to do. That just happens, you know? Now, the two do quickly change the subject, since Midoriya, he is currently crying. As Maestro, or let's say John, right now, for his name, he does tell Midoriya to get on his feet. He wants to show him around. Where are we? Am I in another city? Okay, that's a bit different. Him saying, as he does open the front door, and Midoriya does walk out to see a whole bunch of houses nearby each other. As he's looking around, there are people flying overhead. There's so much going on. People moving tubes, people moving food around. This place is his own village. And then he does actually just look into the distance. A giant metal wall is being constructed. I'm confused. Where are we? Well, young man, you are aware that you are a mutant, yes? I'm a what? A mutant. It's different from a quirk. A mutant? I've never heard of one of those. Not surprising. There's too many of us for the government to try and keep us under wraps. In fact, you whooping All Might's ass is gonna be proof of that. Wait, I fist fought All Might? Hmm? Yeah, you did, champ. In fact, you beat him down pretty good. In fact, whenever he got back up, he was impressed. Really? All Might was impressed with my power? What do I to say? Smiling. Well, that smile does actually turn to a frown, realizing that he probably almost killed All Might. Now, Abomination, or as I will call him, actually Alex, you could say, does tell Midoriya not to think like that. All Might has no ill will towards him. Besides, he can't control Hulk, can he? No, I can't. I get so angry. And he comes out. What if it happens here? Maestro throwing back his head and laughing, telling Izuku that if it happens here, they have about 20 to 30 different people who can probably take him all down, and they might be around his own age. Huh? Really? Yeah. In fact, I think even Magneto could throw a shipping container through your chest. Wow, that sounds dangerous. I'd really like to avoid him. Oh, he's not too bad. Then again, Logan might be a bit different. I'll just stab you to death. Roya actually taking a step backwards, talking about how that sounds scary. It is. Then again, his mutation's a bit different. He's older than the rest. Older? Yeah. Logan himself doesn't like talking about his own past. But we believe he might have been the first. The first? The first mutant. The first one to ever pop up in the world. Now, Noe does ask what he does mean. The man explained that a few hundred years ago, they start popping up. Logan himself has been around for at least 3 centuries. Noe finding that surprising, as he does expect to meet a very, very, very old man. A man who probably can't walk, uses a cane to get around, and probably can't even see through his eyes. However, after walking around, Midoriya does actually walk into a building, watching as there is a guy actually setting up a distillery. Him actually getting angry at a few of the pieces that are not working. Him then actually smashing his fist down on it as it is beginning to start working. Water going through the pipe as it does, break, or the pieces do actually fall apart, revealing a hole in the steel. Him then just bringing out his claws, or popping his claws, with a signature snip, or I forgot the sound, and simply just cutting through the metal like butter. As he does then turn off the water system, or the distillery system, and begin to pick up different pieces. Midoriya asking who that, young man is. The guy then turning around and seeing Izuku. Now, this will be whenever John does tell Midoriya that that is Wolverine, or Logan. Wait, that's the guy who's 3 centuries old? Yeah, he is. And then getting up and walking over, as he does actually bend down asking exactly who is this. Maestro saying that it's his grandson. Inko's kid? And then getting back up, talking about how whatever happened to her. Maestro just looking down. As Midoriya, he does at least have a tear roll down his face. Him then understanding what he said. Talking about how once he gets this thing operational again, he's gonna make them some good old hooch. Asking if he would like some. John stating that he actually would. While Alex does say that the last time Logan made it, he woke up about, 300 miles in that direction. By the ocean. You just can't handle your shit, Alex. Okay, Logan. How would I try brewing some? And break my distillery again? Not a chance. Now, they do continue on their little tour. As Midoriya, he is basically seeing the entire place around. This place, it's its own small town. To which Midoriya actually does then ask, exactly where are they? Are they still in Japan? Young man, that's a bit different, or difficult. Well, technically yes. However, technically no. This land that we were given, we use it for the mutant nation. In fact, well, it's a bit like this. We're given enough area outside the cities, and we're spread out enough. We cut a deal with the governments of the world. All of our homes are near large cities. And, well, we do at least live close to these areas, or at least in the cities nearby. If our mutations aren't too volatile, like your own, then we're allowed to roam free, you could say. Allowed to? Yeah. Think of it like this. About 500 miles away from every major civilization, there is at least, let's see. No, wait, we sent the nuclear man at the bottom of the ocean. Nuclear man? Yeah. Yeah. We don't like talking about that guy. Okay. But why are you guys so close to large cities? Now, nobody really does answer this question. Until Midori himself actually does decide to open his mouth. Oh, I get it. Nuclear man. Nuclear bomb. We're close to large cities because then they can't nuke us. Take us out all out one blow without human casualties then, right? Now, John and Alex do both look at Midoriya. And Alex is sort of surprised that he was able to answer that. John more horrified. Midoriya knows the dark truth of that actual deal. Listen, Zuko, John does say, him actually bending down onto one knee and telling him that is for their own safety. Safety? Why? We're just like them. We live, we breathe, we bleed. We're no different than people with quirks. Actually, young man, that's not entirely true. There's us, and then there's them. A lot of them are afraid of us. They're afraid of what we can do. Hell, people will be afraid of you, I won't lie to you. Alex, don't tell the boy that. He needs to know, John. Dad, he needs to know. Listen, your mother, Inko, she's technically my half-sister. In fact, well, I'm full Japanese. Or, well, actually, I'm an American technically. I was raised in Japan. After my mother died, our father, well, Grandpa over here, he met a woman. Inko is half American, half Japanese. And then there's you. After she met your father, well, I don't know too much about it. However, she was born not like us. Or so we thought. She wasn't a mutant. So you abandoned her? Now, this would be where Maestro or John actually does look away, actually putting his finger in his mouth and pressing down with his teeth, before pulling it out and saying to the Izuku that it's nothing like that. The life they live, it's different, it's difficult. I can split a log with 2 fingers. I can drive nails into wood with my pinky toe. And I can chew steel with my teeth. Your mother was born normal, quirkless, in fact. Or that small strength enhancement. I wish I realized that was wrong. All I ever wished for your mother was a normal life, a happy life. That's all I ever wanted for her, Izuku. And up to a point, she had that. If I knew you had a father like that. Alex actually brings his hand up in front of his dad's mouth. As he does say, stop, there, that's it. As John actually does look at Izuku, whose eyes are actually glowing a lot more green. As the skin and, well, veins around his face are actually flooding with green blood. Now, Alex actually does bend down onto one knee, telling Izuku to stop, calm down, and to not let the Hulk out. Now, Alex then does turn to John, telling him to go get her, now. As John actually does get up and run away at a good high speed. Now, with that, this would be where Alex is telling Midoriya to stay calm, now, eyes on me, kid. Now, Midoriya is actually slowly growing in size, and he's trying to stay calm as much as possible. As Midoriya, he then actually does lose hit. He just brings his hand up and punches his uncle as hard as he can with an uppercut, him being sent flying through the air. As Hulk actually does just begin to start looking around, before just bringing his hands up and screaming out in anger that Hulk, no, before a hand is placed on the back of his head. And the Hulk actually is surrounded with red mist, before he does just drop onto his knees and look a bit more confused, looking down as he does see a brown-haired woman, or a young girl, somewhere around his age. Hulk. There's so much anger in him, should I say. Bring your hands up and asking if Hulk would like to calm down. Hulk. Hulk. Angry. I understand you're angry, Hulk. But can you please not destroy anything for me? Hulk. Hulk. Calm. Hulk doesn't know calm. Now, she does go on talking about how there's so much rage inside his mind. It's like a million exploding suns. There's so much chaos. Now, the Hulk is eventually able to stand up, as Scarlet actually does ask him if he's going to be alright. Now, everyone actually is looking at Izuku, as Alex does eventually come jumping back into the settlement, landing and bringing his hands up as he's ready for a fight, talking about how his jaw just healed. Now, after he does just see the Hulk standing there, he does go to rush in, before John does actually begin to bulk up and bring his hand out in front of Alex, telling him that this is the first time they got the Hulk calm, and he's about to ruin that. Now, with that, the Hulk is looking around, as it does expect all eyes on him. It expects everyone to be running and screaming out in fear, and to be called a monster. But people just look over at him, give him a glance, and go back to what they're doing. They're acting like this is normal. And the Hulk is confused. Why no one call Hulk monster? Hulk, you're not a monster. You're a mutant. Monster and mutant are different. Even monsters are human. Now, the Hulk is caught off guard. It's being shown kindness. Now, with that, the Hulk actually does begin to start shrinking. Before we do have Midoriya, who does eventually start standing there. As he does actually look at the remnants of his shirt, which are on the ground. And he does actually just ask why his pants didn't break. As Maestro does tell him that they figured this would happen. However, not so soon. Oh, sorry about that. No, it was my mistake. I shouldn't have said that. Now, Maestro does apologize, as he does ask exactly if Midoriya does know what just happened. Kind of. Everything's a bit red. I calmed you down. Who are you? My name is Scarlet. I'm a mutant as well. And I'm guessing that you're Zuko, the new guy. Yeah, kinda. I'm not used to that, you know? Not being called a monster. And people just treating me normally. Midoriya actually bringing his hands up to his face. Talking about how that almost felt nice. And it's strange. He doesn't feel as angry. In fact, he does feel him. That Hulk. He wasn't being a savage monster. Now, Midoriya actually does hear a voice pop up in his head. As he then just feels something on his shoulder. Turning around and looking up. As there are two Hulks standing there. Midoriya does just back up and back into his uncle, who does ask Midoriya if he's okay. Midoriya is saying, yeah, as one Hulk is screaming. The other one is apologizing in somewhat of a slow tone. I'm sorry. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing night. I'll catch you guys in the next part.